Nagasaki was Catholic.
Really?
That was a Catholic city.
When we were having...
Didn't help.
Come on. Imagine the bomb.
It did not help. The King of England showered 3 times in 3 months.
Oh, my
And that was a
God.
scandal. Everyone was like, this motherfucker.
He's using up the water.
He thinks he is something else.
Right.
Dude.
Oh,
No
my
one
God.
showered. It was rare to change your clothes once a year.
Oh,
They
their
were so
clothes
fucking
were
mad.
like rotting off of them.
I went to George Washington's house, his plantation.
Really?
Yeah, I went to. You visit George Washington's house. And,
Where's Mount Vernon?
It's around D.C. It's on the Potomac, and it's beautiful, but it's actually a pretty shitty house.
Wow.
It's a shitty house. It's from fucking 1770. It's like shitty. I'll fast forward the whole thing, but
Nope.
There's a part where I got in there and they have reenactors, and I'm the only one there. Like this is a Monday in the afternoon. I'm just doing nothing. So I go to I went to the slave quarters.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to see what's going on. I want to see what the fuss is all about. And I got down there and I heard like clopping down the bricks behind me. And I turned around, dude, and it was a slave reenactor. It was just a black dude dressed as a slave and just me in a tracksuit standing there. And he was like, he didn't break character. None of them break character. So
No.
this dude.
No, then I haven't been here.
Bro.
Yeah.
This dude comes out. Me and him are the only dudes. And he's like, oh, hello there, sir.
This
And
isn't real. This is real?
I swear to God. 100%.
Oh, my God.
And I was standing there like, it was almost to the point where he was doing it like on purpose. But
Oh,
like,
to see if you'd bite?
so I turned around and I was just like, dude, like, I mean, that's basically the extent of the joke, but it's like, he's like, you must be from the future. Look at your outfit. Where are you from? So I was like, I'm from now. What are you doing out? That brings us to our guy, though. This is who I wanted to get to. Polk, dude. Turns out Polk's the man.
Really?
Yeah.
I know nothing about Pope.
No.
He was one term because he was a dark horse out of nowhere, and he promised everybody in his party, I'll only do one term. That way, some of you guys that are good, that are getting ready, you can take over. I promise to do one term. Immediately, he starts fucking with the British about Oregon. So they have the Oregon territory out there, which is just beaver hunting. Everybody's, beaver hunting. We're doing a little bit of that in Nash Vegas. The British and Americans were both hunting on the same territory, and Polk was like, nah, we're done with that. And he said the latitude and longitude was 54 and 40. So he came out with the slogan 54 and 40 or fight. He was saying that to the British. He was like, we're going to fuck you guys up. And the British were afraid to call his bluff. They were just like, fine, take it.
Like, that slogan is so good.
Yeah. So he takes that territory, which is huge. And then it's not just Oregon, it's Washington and all that.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, it's time for me to get Texas. He starts fucking with the Mexicans. Like, say they would send troops down just to see if the Mexicans would shoot first. Finally, they did. So they go to war. 70,000 troops poured in.
Oh, no.
So we immediately took California, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Texas. So one thing that was cool was when Polk was instigating this war with Mexico. So Polk was up there like, they're fucking with us. They shot at our troops. An old one-term senator from Illinois at the time stood up and said, were we on their territory when we shot him? There was one guy that was opposed to the Mexican-American War, a guy by the name of Abraham Lincoln.
Really?
Abraham Lincoln.
People were like, hey, shut up.
Yeah, dude.
We're trying to take Texas. Shut
yeah.
the fuck
He's
up.
like, you guys, were we? I'm like, shh.
Yeah.
He was like, sorry.
Like, I think this was wrong. They're like- Anyway, that's why Polk's kind of the man. He added 1/3 of the entire United States in a 4-year term.
Damn.
Pretty good.
Japanese and the Germans had no idea that America was populated with dudes from coal mines in West Virginia that were like, yeah, I shot the prisoners. I done it.
Yeah, it was just
It was
dudes.
cruel, but I done it.
They just took orders their whole lives. They're like, go pick those weeds, boy. And they go out there and pick the weeds. And like, you're going to go fight those Japanese. And
He's
you're
like,
like,
all right.
all right.
He's like, yeah, it rained for a month. I didn't like it. What could I do? So I shot him.
Dude, those dudes were so fucking strong, too.
Yeah.
Just like 1940s farm boys.
Yeah.
They're the
Dude,
strongest.
literally a guy from a coal. His dad was in World War I, came back and worked in a coal mine for 50 years. Then he was like, I want to be like my dad. And he just went to the coal mine, started working. And they pulled him out when he was 18 to go in World War II.
Imagine being a Japanese 19-year-old getting struck to death by one of those guys. Just having
the
the
guy that's
coal
like-
miner's hands around your neck. Like, yeah, now you better hold still there. Yep.
Come here now.
Come on now.
Now you're shooting at my buddies, so now you're dead.
Fair's fair. Fair's fair.
You, under your breath, told me that you thought a French general was the greatest of all time.
Napoleon.
Napoleon.
Yeah, dude.
Napoleon.
No.
Almost the other picture we had
Ulysses,
up right there. I just want to let
Grant's
you know.
the bro, but Napoleon's up
do
there.
you have to say that because of your patriotism? If you actually had to sit down and objectively,
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
if you
don't.
be honest, it's Robert E. Lee, right? That's
I mean, he wasn't working with a lot. He wasn't. He did. You know what I mean? He did good with what he had.
Go Dogs. Come on, man.
You know.
He was. That's SEC, dude. That's a different brand down there.
Monroe got Florida from the Spanish.
Nice.
So the reason that happened, though, was because of Jackson. Because Jackson was taking his troops to Florida, and Monroe was sending a guy on a horse, or I don't know if they had telegrams yet, but it'd take them 8 days to say, leave Florida alone. We're trying to negotiate a price. The Spanish owned it. We can't afford to buy it. I can't justify it. I'm not going to get it through Congress. And Jackson was writing back and saying, I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to take it militarily. I'm going to attack them. And Monroe said, no, you may not. I'm the president. You may not do that. And Jackson just ignored him.
Yeah, started attacking
And he
him.
did it. He
What?
took Florida, and then he showed up in D.C. and was like, right? That was good, right? And Monroe's like, yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's like, but also I bought it.
Good job. Yeah, also, I think
He
we
paid for it.
We paid for it, and it was a mess.
While Jackson was like fucking with them, the Spanish were like to Monroe. They were like, yeah, you can buy it.
He just went and killed him.
He was down fighting them, and he was like,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna
But
sell it.
there's two generals that did that. Him and MacArthur did that too. Just did shit without permission.
Yeah.
And then showed up and said, right, Mr. President? Wasn't that the plan
That was
all
pretty
along? And he
good.
goes like, yes, it was the plan all along. Whatever you want.
You know what fired me up? There's a part where the revolution starts in Massachusetts, and then they're trying to rally the rest of the colonies to be like, help us out. But then when Pennsylvania and like South Carolina and North Carolina start joining in, like it was a true melting pot. You know what I mean? But it's talking about how like just frontiersmen from Pennsylvania started rolling in and hanging out with all these New England pussies.
Right.
It's like, damn, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
And they were like, these guys are a problem. Like, they were like the British were like, oh fuck, they got the retarded guys.
PA was always a problem.
PA was a problem. 'Cause PA, anybody that was like out, Appalachia was where the country stopped.
Okay.
Like past that was like native land, and there were people out there fighting. So these guys had been fighting for 40 years.
See, this is the shit I wish
And they're just
I could
animals.
retain. It's impressive to me that you
and
have
they're
this
trappers and shit,
working
and like
knowledge.
survivalists. So they
Yeah.
knew how to live on the land, like with no food and shit.
right.
So all of a sudden you got all these like freaks coming out of the woods, and you're just some fucking from fucking London.
Let's move to Jefferson.
Jefferson.
He's number 3.
That's 01 to 09. He was a 2-term guy. Right when he got in, the French and the British started going to war. So everybody in America was like, fuck England. Americans started being like, fuck England. Let's join France in the war. He was the only one with the foresight to be like, we have 40 guys in our military and 3 boats.
Yeah,
Let's shut the fuck up.
was not.
So he declared neutrality, and everybody called him a we're just not going to trade with either of them. So then the American economy just plummeted. England started just saying, if you're not trading with us, we're just going to confiscate your ships, kidnap all the sailors, make them join the British Navy. So he was
What?
getting punked by England.
One thing interesting about Jefferson is because he's so famous for having had a slave and having had like 50,000 slaves, or whatever, that not that many, and having had children with his slave, and I don't think he ever even gave her freedom.
He didn't free the kids.
He didn't free a
Didn't free the
couple. I think he
kids,
freed a
didn't
couple.
free
of
her.
them.
Freed 2,
Yeah,
and the rest he kept enslaved until he died. And what was interesting about them
damn, he did the ultimate because I said so.
is so, like, Dad, can I stop being a slave? He's like, no. I said no.
A fun Jefferson story that I like is that when he was in Paris, he had this woman, a girlfriend named something Causeway or something. His wife died when he was pretty young, and she made him promise on her deathbed that he would never have another woman, which is a horrible thing to do
Yeah, fuck,
to a
man.
young man that you're fucking.
Yeah, it's like,
not
yeah.
even somebody to take care of the kids they had.
It's like, no, I promise.
And so there was a woman in Paris. She was a British painter. She was married, but she was a painter, and she fell in love with Thomas Jefferson, and they were very much in love with each other. But then the way they broke up was very funny to me because he wrote her these beautiful letters. She was in love with him. He was in love with her. But then the French, when he was leaving France, they wanted a great portrait of him to put in the National Gallery. And they said to him, you can choose any painter in the world. And he was like, no, I want, a real guy. His girlfriend was like, "Why not me?" And he's like, "Baby, come on. I mean,
Like,
we
you're good.
fuck.
You're
good,
good.
but you're not like fucking grown man good. You're not like fucking. I'm not for history."
Calling you autistic. I was literally playing a Civil War simulator on my
That's
laptop.
true. What was the first battle?
The first Manassas or Bull Run. It was a Union skedaddle. They got out of there. That was the one where
album
like it
title.
was outside of Washington, so a bunch of like senators. They thought it was gonna be fun. They showed up like with
fight?
picnic baskets,
Like the
sat on the
Capitol
hill
riot.
drinking, and watched the battle. And then it ended up being that was like technically some people say it was like the first modern war. So like they started hitting them with like rifled bullets, and they're like, oh shit, this isn't like what it used to be.
Oh,
This
because
is
they weren't
sword
using
fighting.
muskets? They
No,
were
it
using
just
rifles?
shit got very serious. Artillery was heavy. It was like, and there was just it was a
We'll rise
bloodbath.
again.